Kijk op die curvebal, hè? Kom op, hè? Ja, oké. Goed zo. Beter. Aanslag nu aan de man. It should have been me. Prima gedaan. Jeroen, hi. Morgen is er aan. Ik ga hem nu pakken.
Oké, zo'n ding, ja. Oh, ik kan beter gewoon op mijn...
Dit is nu al... We kunnen al commentaar geven nu volgens mij.
Ja?
Begin maar, zeg maar gewoon excuses voor de... Apologies voor de delay. En dan gaan we gewoon beginnen.
Zeg als die wel open is. Moeten we even checken? Hoor je mij? Loud, harder. Nu check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Ja? Zoiets? Ja? Oké, fijn. And a delayed welcome to Familie Stadium in Rotterdam. Technical difficulties holding us up from getting the audio online. Hopefully you've been able to enjoy the pictures as HCAW puts the second man aboard thanks to a walk to Arthur Bonifacia. Watching the Holland Series Game 1 from Rotterdam. HCAW Bussum on a visit to the harbor city. And the Valley hitters trying to get something going here in the first against Neptunus Rotterdam. Stepping into the batter's box, Jair van Borkelo, the left fielder. 2 out already here in the top of the first inning. Tom de Blok, the starting pitcher for Rotterdam, looks back and has an eyeball with Delano Salasso now occupying second base thanks to an infield hit and a stolen base. And of course Bonifacio over at first, and from Borkelo in the batter's box. Count even at 1-1. De Blok is offered a little bit low for Dahan, the plate umpire today. Sprays one down the left field line, foul. And the count evens up at 2-2. Absolute gorgeous day here in Rotterdam. Had a little bit of rain earlier in the day, a couple times, and at the moment cleared up nicely. That's subject to change, however. Even though it is the end of August, starting to get some of that early fall weather. There's one tapped back just over the head of De Blok. Play at is in time for out, and they'll hold Salasso and strand 2. So Bussum threatening in the first, but Well, welcome back. Just about ready for the bottom half of the first inning. Sorry for the technical difficulties in getting a little bit of a late start with the audio. Hopefully you saw the pictures through the top of the first. I'm John Monin. My pleasure to be in the Family Stadium today. Next to me, my sidekick for today, Seb Visser.
Thanks, John, and I'm glad to be here. We do apologize for the technical difficulties, but we're going to have a good game here. We already saw HCAW threatening the score here in the first, and we see Lars Heijer setting up for the first pitch.
Heijer, the ace in the lineup for HCAW, throws one a little bit inside against Steinfurtmeer, one of the two Furtmeer brothers on offer today in the Neptunus lineup. Second pitch also just missing in the count. No, pardon, got him. Paints the outside corner and the count evens at 1-1.
Heijer is always working fast, working quickly, and pounding the strike zone. If you look at his stats this season, his strikeout to walk ratio is unbelievable. It's 44 strikeouts to 1 walk as he gives up a liner to second baseman Alex Madeira, who makes the catch for the first out.
Aanslag nu, naamslag van Drew Jansen.
Heijer had a late start to the season this year. Had some took some time off early in the season, but had a half season in the regular season, 7 starts. He went 4-0 for HCAW with a .28 ERA, which is minuscule, and he struck out 44, like I said, in 32 innings.
I was talking before the game, looking at those stats, I thought it must have been an error at the stats site, or
yeah, both guys have insane numbers, really, both starters. This is actually the second start for Lars against Neptunus this season. He's 1-0. Shut them out for 7 innings, just 4 hits on July 13th.
teams met 6 times in the competition. Neptunus coming out on the long end 4 times to 2. And indeed, Heijer was a welcome addition into the HCAW lineup. A very talented lineup. Both teams really featuring a lot of talent. Should be in for a big treat this these coming games of the Holland Series, as both teams match up really nicely. Of course, Neptunus enjoying a little bit more success of late in the championship series, but HCAW hungry and wants to get revenge for last year.
Absolutely, and Heijer is off to a good start here with a strikeout against Belgian Drew Jansen.
Drew Jansen, the son of the Belgium national team coach, goes down and is the second out of the frame. Now that'll bring up the right fielder, Christian Diaz.
Yeah, if we have to look for one slight weakness here in Heijer's resume, it's probably lefties hitting him a little better, and Diaz, one of the better lefties in the league, shoots a single down the right field line.
Just thought about 2, but retreats back into first base as the ball coming in pretty good from Marnix Ruben out in right field.
It's always nice when the players prove your research to be right.
In other words, knowing they could expect a good throw in from right field. That'll bring to the bat the second baseman, Dwayne Kemp. Veteran in that Neptunus lineup, been around for a number of years. Dutch international, slaps one down the third baseline foul.
Yeah, he's been in a few Holland Series before. He's won a few as well. Maybe looking to do some damage here with 2 outs. Trying to score a runner from first. Because it's tough to string some hits together against Heijer. He's only given up 20 hits in 32 innings this year.
Heijer throwing back over to first to keep Diaz honest. Two away, Diaz on board, and Dwayne Kemp digs in for a 1-1 offering. Kemp slots one back up stairs, and the young man from Schilderswijk gets a souvenir. Going to take some ribbon for his buddies for dropping that one over there. That was a fairly lazy foul ball.
Didn't bring his glove. Ooh, that's a good pitch. And he got him. It's a delayed call, but strike 3. That ends the first inning.
So DeHaan coming in with a late call, but nonetheless, Dwayne Kemp is the third out of the inning. And Neptunus comes up empty-handed. Dwayne Kemp not entirely happy with the arbitrage, but so be it. As we go to the bottom of the top of the second, score still tied up at 0-0.
We'll be right back.
Back to the second inning, already a change in the lineup.
Yes, it looks like shortstop Bob van der Meer got injured on that sliding attempt by Delano Solasa on a stolen base in the first inning. And that means Stijn van der Meer, his brother, moves over to short, and Den Silbach, number 77, a rookie from Tridents, is in at third. As Alex Madeira grounds out the short, Stijn van der Meer quickly gets tested, but he's up to it.
Test by fire, come right in and the first put out of the second inning. Alex Madeira retired. And stepping into the batter's box, Sherman Marlin, the first baseman for HCAW. First pitch strike for De Blok, first pitch ball for De Blok.
Marlin, oh, he's a threat.
Straightens that one out. In the center field, a great grab made there by Dirksen as he runs down a long, lazy fly ball into left center field. Sherman Marlin, the second out of the inning.
That brings up another lefty here. They didn't really split them in the lineup. Here's Jesse Ausens, third baseman for HCAW. .307 hitter on the year. Another veteran in the HCAW lineup. Gets strike one.
Block working the other side of the dish.
Very early on, looks like home plate umpire DeHaan has a pitcher-friendly zone.
Well, didn't need any help on that one as Awesome goes down swinging. Now the third out of the inning as we go to the bottom half of the second inning, still tied up at 0.
Even, je zou hem kunnen vragen, Mike, voor de ding.
Bottom half of the second, Curaçao Neptunus coming to bat. And up first for the Tridents will be Darryl Collins, center fielder. Batting .331 on the year. And Higher runs one past him for the first strike.
Collins played professionally in the Kansas City Royals organization for a few years. But he's back with Neptunus. Had a good season here. Still one of the most talented hitters we have here in the Netherlands.
Facing one of the best, if not the best pitcher in the Netherlands. Higher runs the count to 1-2.
Did not get the call there. Not too happy about it, from the looks of it.
A little bit of evil eye, throwing some shade. Not much shade to be found at the moment. Still a beautiful afternoon in the Harbor City, and throws one inside. And the count is now full at 3-2. Collins taps one to short, throw to first in time.
Telefoon is genoemd. Snij 3. Aanslag linksvelder Kevin Dirksen.
Salasa, a very sure-handed shortstop. Didn't have too much trouble with that one.
Started his top-level career with HCAW. Played a couple years in the capital city, Amsterdam, before moving back to HCAW with an interlude in Canada, as I recall.
That's right. Played for the Capitales de Quebec. And steps left fielder Kevin Dirksen. Fresh off a nice catch in left center field. Dirksen a .364 hitter on the season. As you won't see too many guys hitting under 300 in this lineup.
Some pretty incredible numbers. Dirksen laid off that one, but called for a strike, and the count goes to 2-1.
Back-to-back 3-ball counts is not something you see how you do a lot.
So one out, Dirksen ahead in the count. Took a swat at it. Second chance ball for the young fellow over there. Wasn't grabbing at that one.
Not sure he saw it.
Netting all around, but you still got to stay away because that one came over pretty good clip. There's one sprayed into shallow right field. Will drop in for a base hit, and Dirksen is aboard with one out.
Kevin Dirksen. Aanslag catcher Sam Kuiper.
Well, the catcher, Sem Cowper. Coming up
Pretty
to
good
the,
walkout song, John.
got the reggae beats going. Perfect music for a sunny Saturday afternoon.
Kuiper takes ball 1. Came over from Kinheim this year, but started the season injured. He's back now and he grounds one foul to the third base side. He was one of the players who was on the national under-23 team who played the Euros last month.
So the 1-1 count. Cowper slaps one directly at the center fielder. He'll backpedal and make the catch as Derksen trots back to first base.
You have to hit a little harder than that to get it by Jean-Del Tromp in center field. He's one of the best defensive center fielders in the game.
Not the tallest in stature, but makes up for it with fast feet.
Always working on the jumps in outfield during batting practice. And he's speedy too.
So with 2 away, the batter will be Richedi on Yanamika. Richedi on batting .233.
Not his best season. And you can make it all up in this series.
There's a good time for redemption.
Sporting the pink shin guard.
Don't know if that's a favorite color or in deference to a good cause. Could be one of either.
Who knows with these guys?
Might just like the color.
Take strike 2.
So Yamanika behind in the count.
I wonder if we'll see Derksen on the move here.
Tyre delivers. Misses outside. The count evens at 2-2.
Slider on the inside corner.
Well, he backed off it, but he still rung up for the strikeout as Dahan punches out Yamanika. And we go to the top of the third, still knotted 0-0. Welcome back to top of the third as the catcher, Julian Goins, steps into the batter's box for HCAW Bussum. Delivery from De Blok. Fouled back and away up into the netting.
Goins is one of the HCAW catchers who's really in there for his defense, and everything he gives you on the offensive side is an added bonus. But pitchers really love throwing to him. And his colleague, Jair van Borkelo, is in left field today.
Had to duck under a Tom De Blok offering, and the count goes to 1-1.
I think we already mentioned some of Lars Heier's stats. Let's have a look at Tom De Blok's season, which is insane as well. He went 12-0 this year in 14 starts, had a .72 ERA. Anything under 1 is
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, good, great, and then but he's in the ridiculous category.
He has an overpowering fastball, but doesn't strike out too many guys. He has 63 strikeouts in 88 innings, but it works because he's 35-1 in the past 3 Hoofdklasse seasons.
I've heard that fastball described as a heavy fastball.
Absolutely.
Which is one of those vague terms, but if you've ever stood in the box and had someone throw a heavy ball at you, you know exactly what I mean.
It just feels different off the bat, but he walks Julian Goins here, the lead off the inning.
So Goins aboard, representing the bottom of the order. That'll bring up top of the order, Marnix Ruben.
0 for 1 with a strikeout today, but hitting .403 on the season with a 1.019 OPS, which is also very good. You never want to walk the number 9 hitter, the top of the lineup coming up.
Almost the same effect as extra innings where they put a man on second. No on, no outs, 1 on, and top of the order. So De Blok will have to grit in. He's now behind in the count, 2-0. And finds himself even farther behind as the count moves to 3 balls and no strikes with Marnix Ruben looking to get something going here in the top of the third.
De Blok walked 22 hitters in 88 innings this season. Already has 2 today, though. Ruben fouls it off to the right side. The count runs full.
Three balls and 2 strikes. Goins taken off. And another walk for Tom De Blok.
And that brings out pitching coach Diego Marcro here in the third. Nobody out.
A veteran on the mound, but that's a veteran pitching coach walking out for the conference.
Yeah, he's been in these situations. He'll be able to tell you what to do. De Blok this season has really found another gear with runners in scoring position, with hitters only hitting 135 off him, 0.37 whip. You have to lean on that for this inning as well, with nobody out. Wonder if we'll see some small ball here from HCAW.
So with 2 aboard and still no outs, Jandro Tromp will step into the batter's box, batting lefty. Tough strike zone to accommodate.
Yeah, with 2 walks already in the back. And he squares up the bunt.
Lays
Lays
one
it down
down.
at third base, and it's a perfect bunt. And he beats it out. Everybody's safe.
And the block really didn't have a play.
No, this is a play the third baseman should have probably made, but it's a rookie out there on third base. Probably has some nerves in the mix. Those bases loaded for the possible Hoofdklasse MVP this season, Delano Salasa. Salasa hit .403 on the season with a .993 OPS. Well above average. Has a chance to break it open.
Knocked down by Sailbach. 1 run will score, and Salasso will arrive at first safe. Well, it could have been worse.
Could have been worse. We'll await the scoring decision, but I'd say E5 here.
I would presume so.
Fout 5.
Yep, there it is.
Alle
E5.
roepers. Schuiven op, dat betekent dat Julian Gooitje wordt. En nu uit bij stappen.
So the bases remain loaded.
It's a tough
No
spot
outs.
for Silbach to come into this game. It's a big game, of course.
Already challenged twice. First on the bunt from Tromp. And the batter will be Arthur Bonifacia.
We're looking to hurt his former team here. Takes a high strike there.
Bonifacia waiting on the 1-1 offering. The block missing. And the count moves to 2-1.
He is a possible double play threat here. This is not the speediest runner.
Bonifacia slaps one to the first base side, throw to home in time for the force out. So good defensive play by Neptunus to get the force out at home and get the first out of the frame.
Yeah, no shot at the double play there. Just got to make sure you make a good throw to home plate, get the front runner here. And they did. And now with the double play, you can get out of the inning here. Limit the damage.
I don't call it the pitcher's best friend for nothing. But looking to keep the offensive prowess alive for Bussum, Jair from Borkelo. Left fielder with bases loaded and 1 away. Looks at a strike.
It's over 1 today. They're hitting .316 on the season. Good hitter. That's why he's in there as a catcher playing left field.
Slaps one over the roof, well, onto the roof, as you can plainly hear. Big thud, and the count moves to 0-2. The block not out of trouble by any means, but things starting to look a little bit more in his favor.
Tries to go right after him, but misses low.
That'll even the count at 2-2.
He's 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Gets a big strikeout here. Swing and a miss.
No doubt about that one.
Ja, hier van Borkelo tweede nul.
Barkalow is the second out, going down swinging, and that'll bring up Alex Madeira, the second baseman.
Another guy who's having a great season here for HCAW. Came over from Amsterdam. And started his hoofdklasse career for Quick Amersfoort a few years back. Not the most dangerous hitter in the lineup, but he really hurt you with speed and contact.
Lays off the first pitch for a ball.
Good slider on the outside there. That's strike one.
So bases loaded, 2 away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Alex Madeira.
Pop up on the infield.
Handled there by the catcher. And Cowper gets the block out of the inning with minor damage. 1 comes across, but they leave 3 on base. And as we go to the bottom of the 3rd, it is 1-0 in favor of HCAW. So welcome back to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Den Seelbach, the 3rd baseman, now up to bat for Curaçao Neptunus. Seelbach hits one to his opposite number, 3rd base. The throw to first is in time, and Seelbach is the first out of the bottom of the 3rd. Bring us to the top of the order in Stijn van der Meer, the only remaining van der Meer brother in the lineup for Rotterdam this afternoon. Brother Bob getting dinged up on a Delano Salasa slide into second base back in the 1st inning.
Looked like he hurt his ankle on that one, from where we were sitting at least. Hopefully not too bad. It'd be a shame to have one of the best defensive players in the hoofdklasse leave the series so soon.
And you never know how long the opportunity to play hoofdklasse baseball with your brother is going to last. I understand he's fairly busy with his work as I believe he was an ambulance attendant.
Right. Yeah.
Up in the neighborhood of Haarlem. That one weaving its way foul.
Yeah, playing with his brother Stijn is probably the biggest reason he came over to Neptunus this year. Other than him just being a good player, of course. Made the move from HCAW, where they told him he'd get some less playing time if he's not going to be able to be relied on because of his new job. But here he is in the Holland Series, though.
Well, of course, if you need first aid, always handy to have another first aider on the bench. Hopefully that won't be necessary.
His brother Stijn rips one in the center field, but Sean tracks it down.
That's the second ball into center field that has disappeared into the speedy glove of Gianro Trump. That is the second out here on the bottom of the third inning.
Hire really looks fresh still after that late start to the season.
Bring up the designated hitter, Drew Janssen.
Of course, you remember Hire starting game 1 last year as well, going 10 innings. In an 11-inning game that HCAW lost in the 11th.
Big swing and a miss for Janssen. And the count moves to 1-2.
Janssen, part of the Belgian national team, who hope to move here on the latter part of the European Championship here in Rotterdam later this month.
Ball popped up into shallow left field. Shortstop backing up and calling for it. And makes the third out of the inning. So 3 up, 3 down for Neptunus in the bottom of the third as we move to the fourth. The count is still 1-0 in favor of the visitors.
Is hem aan de slag. Human Marlin.
Top of the fourth. And Alex Madeira is the first batter up for HCAW Bussum.
That's Sherman Marlin. Alex Madeira is the final out last inning.
Drew the line under the wrong player. Sherman Marlin.
I looked up when I saw a lefty. It must have been someone else.
Yep. And the stature's just a little bit different. A little bit bigger back porch, and you can hear that in the foul ball he swatted down the left-hand side of the Familie Stadion.
Yeah, definite power threat, and makes you wonder why a 294 hitter is in the 7th spot here for HCAW. That has something to do with the other guys hitting in front of him, probably.
It's a luxury problem for Gino Henson in his first year as the skipper for HCAW in his first Holland Series. Tried to find the gap, but manages to get it just past the outstretched arm of Kemp.
Yeah, Kemp was already playing on the outfield grass. And looked like he had a chance on that one. couldn't come up with it cleanly.
So Sherman Marlin aboard to start the 4th inning for HCAW, and the batter will be Jesse Ausums.
Ausums struck out his first at bat. We'll see if we see him square around the bunt here.
Ausums squared around as though he was going to lay down a bunt, and then backed off a top of the block pitch that was going to be outside.
We'll try to test Dan Silbach at third again.
Puts one down just in front of the block. Block quickly over to first. Will get the runner at first, moving Sherman Marlin over to second.
Made the block, make the play, and he just barely got it the first in time. So a good sacrifice bunt here for Ausums. That brings up Julian Goins again.
Catcher stepping into the front compartment of the batter's box.
There's a
Timeout as another ball has...
foul ball from the softball field, I think, in left field.
better than that than landing on my car. Although I don't know. Who knows what's going on outside the stadium. Inside, things are going pretty good. Good ball game going on so far.
Just chops it foul, third base side. Walked in his first at bat, plate appearance I should say, scored the first round of the game as well. He's a .222 hitter. He's in there for his defense, but he's been known to get a few clutch hits. We'll see what he can do here.
Missing outside. Now the count moves to 1-1. Sherman Marlin out there on his lonesome at second base. One away. Big swing and a miss. And the block moves ahead in the count, 1-2.
Like I said before, he's not giving up too many hits with runners in scoring position this year.
Certainly had to fight himself out of a jam.
His job now is to move the runner to third. The ground ball to the right side of the infield.
So 2-2 the count. A few more clouds wafting in to Rotterdam. It's been cloudy for the last little bit here, but nothing threatening. And a swing and a miss. And Julian Goins is out number 2.
I think we had some good fortune with the weather here. We've seen we've seen a lot of rain in other parts of the country today.
Don't know what the forecast is off the top of my head, but tomorrow we're going to do this all over again, this time from the valley in Bussum, from the Rob Hofmann Valley. First pitch at 1:30, and you've got two ways to see it. Either you load up the car or jump on your bike and get over to watch the action live in Bussum, or you tune in to the NOS and watch the live broadcast from the comfort of your own living room. Either way, hope you'll join us for Game 2. Having said that, plenty of action left here in game number 1.
Yeah, you'll be able to watch that game on nos.nl. or even on TV on NOS Sport, NPO1 tomorrow afternoon with Ronald van Dam and Eelco Jansen, former Neptunus player and national team player, on the microphone tomorrow.
As Marnix Ruben ahead in the count, 2-0, now 2-1.
Ruben has walked and struck out so far today in 2 plate appearances.
Well, he backed off a pitch that did manage to paint the inside corner. The count moves to 2-2.
It's one of the nastier pitches you can throw, a slider on the inside corner. I'll back you off the plate as I hit. See what he follows it up with. Fastball inside. Good pitch, but just off the plate. They'll run the count full.
Two-way full count. Sherman Marlin still waiting for his opportunity to move off second base. Bloch looks back to have a look at Marlin and throws the ball to the plate and gets the call. Marnix Ruben rung up, goes down looking, and we'll move to the bottom of the 4th with HCAW Bussum still holding a 1-0 lead.
If you were watching in between innings, you saw Neptunus coach Greg Muller come out, discuss some of the home plate umpire Peter de Haan, which is probably about Lars Heijer being very quick and working very quickly. Neptunus trying to get him out of his rhythm. Christian Diaz took his sweet time getting to the home plate. But Heijer always likes to get right back on the rubber and throw the next pitch.
And the right fielder Diaz, swing and a miss, and the count moves to 0-2. Heijer delivers, ball slapped down to the second baseman, flipped over to first in time, and retired by Madeira.
Good play by Madeira. He had a good read on that chopper. Had to charge it and quickly get rid of it. We got the speedy Diaz at first. Well, John, you know you have a minuscule ERA if you pitch 3.1 shutout innings. And you only lower your ERA by 0.1 runs. He's at 0.26 now.
So veteran against veteran. Heijer versus Dwayne Kemp.
Interesting matchup here.
Kemp takes a big swing.
There was some barking between the two in the last matchup in the regular season. HCAW winning that one, Higher getting the win. He's quickly ahead, 2 strikes. And another.
I believe the word you used was generous.
Yes, it looked like it may have been off the plate, and I think that's what Kemp thinks. But a strikeout nonetheless. 2 quick outs for Higher.
So indeed, 2 up, 2 down. Now the batter will be Darryl Collins, the center fielder. Collins shoots one down to first base, and Marlin will take it himself and retire the side.
Looked a bit surprised he had it in his glove.
Inning 5 van Stadsjoenbroek. Tromp.
Top of the 5th inning, and batter up for HCAW, Jandro Trump. First ball strike to the center fielder.
250 hitter on the season, 1 for 2 today. And bloops it into left field here. Just fair and out of reach.
That's just in front of Derrickson.
Yeah.
And Trump will scamper over to second base for a stand-up double.
Derrickson misplayed that one. Would have probably been better off keeping it in front of him. Keep him to a single. But Trump is on and in scoring position.
Bring up another offensive threat for the visitors. Delano Salasa now in the batter's box for the Valley hitters.
Salasa has driven in the lone run of this game so far. It's a chance to do it again.
Ball fouled just in front of one of the lighting posts.
Tried to take that outside pitch to right field, but took it a bit too far.
How long ago did they change the lights here? Have I been sleeping for about 5 years?
It's been a few years. Yeah.
They used to have those real characteristic lights
They have the LEDs in there.
Yeah, everybody moving to energy efficient LEDs.
They can really put up a light show here as well now. Delano Salasa is behind in the count 1-2. And he takes strike 3, looking. Probably not looking fastball there.
So Delano Salasa, the second out of the inning. And the batter will be the designated hitter, Arthur Bonifacia.
Short lead for Tromp at second. The block steps off.
Bonifacia climbs back into the batter's box, and the block ready to get back to work.
No swing, says third base umpire Rick Zwanenberg.
Foul tip.
We're hearing some cheers for Bonifacia from the crowd. Guess we have a few hundred people here in the stands, John. What would you say?
I'd give it a few hundred for sure. Friends and family in attendance. Bonifacia taps one down to first base, handled there by Yamanika. However, scooting over to third base is Gianro Trump. But there are now 2 outs.
If you do make an out in this situation, you want it to be productive, and that's what this was. As a pass ball or a wild pitch could force in a run right now.
Jair from Borkelo.
Swing and a miss. He's already struck out once. As we once again see the block clutching up with runners in scoring position.
Borkelo pops up. Shortstop calling for it, makes the grab. Stein for the mayor. Retiring the side, so HCAW leave 1 aboard as we move to the bottom of the 5th. Still 1-0 in favor of HCAW Bussen.
5. En onderslag Kevin Dirksen de linker.
6. And welcome back to the bottom of the 5th. Curaçao Neptunus at bat. And first up for the Tridents, Kevin Dirksen.
Another one of these players who's played for both teams in the hoofdklasse.
There's quite a few.
Yeah. Ausens, Bonifacia, Dirksen, Van der Meer.
Seems like if you play long enough, you get through at least 3 or 4 of the hoofdklasse teams before you're all finished.
Yeah. Even Sherman Marlin made his debut for Neptunus, I think.
There's Higher ahead in the count.
Sorry.
1 and 2. He misses outside, evens the goal. Got to give the benefit of the doubt. This plate umpire, generous yet once again, and Lars Haier punches out Kevin Dirksen for the first out.
It's a tough angle for us, but I'm not sure about that one. Neptunus coach Muller clearly upset. I have to watch out here.
Normally very mild-tempered. Craig Miller, as you can hear me snicker in the background.
He's a very calm guy off the field, but
on the field he likes to have his justice. Wants to make sure justice is served. And speaking of serving, trying to serve up a hit now is Sem Kauper, the catcher.
I don't know if you remember him. I think it was his first year as the manager for Neptunus, throwing his head in disgust after a discussion with the umpire a few years ago in the Holland Series. A source of entertainment, let's call it that.
Good Dutch word for that is a fitty. He was throwing one. So after slapping one into the netting, count moves to 0-2.
Just missed low on that slider. Good take by Kuiper.
Kauper slaps one down the line, just foul.
Kuiper recognizes Haier is trying to attack him on the outside of the plate and tries to go with the pitch there. Let's see if he comes back inside with a sinker or something.
Also trying to dictate that tempo a little bit to the pitcher. Fouls one off.
Haier's one of those pitchers who has like a sinker or two-seamer and moves inside to the right-handed hitter and a slider on the other side of the plate. He goes east to west. He does give up a hit.
Puts one just outside the range of the shortstop. And with one out, the Tridents have one aboard. Fresh balls brought out. It's always a good opportunity to throw a little shade at the umpire, bring the balls out yourself. Give him that look like keep it fair, keep it fair. So with Sven Kauper aboard, the batter will be Shedian Yamanika.
He struck out in his first at bat, had a chance to drive in a run there. Quickly behind 0-1.
Ball outside. Jamanica, swing and a miss.
Jamanica has come up with some big hits in the Holland Series in past years, but he looks a bit overmatched against Haier today.
Haier delivers up high and evens the count at 2-2.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a slider here. Nope.
Tried to run one past him and even fills the count up at 3-2 now. One aboard, one out. Still very much an opportunity for Rotterdam to get themselves back into the scoring column. Throw over to first. Ball shagged by the third baseman. Well, they went for the double play, and the throw to first is offline.
Bounces into the dugout, which means Jamanica gets second base.
Jamanica will take second.
It's a good play by third baseman Ausums. Made a good feed to Madeira. He tried to go for the double play, but couldn't get the throw on target. So we have 2 outs.
So Sim Cowper is the second out, 6-4. And an errant throw allows Jamanica to move to second base, or to get on second base. And the batter will be a new entrant into the lineup for Rotterdam. The big fella Marty climbing into the batter's box.
Yeah, pinch hitter for Dan Silbach. Better bat, but we'll see what they do on defense. I know Sam Kuiper, the catcher, can play a little third.
Marty shoots on back to the second baseman, poorly handled there by Madeira. Madeira manages to come up with the throw to Marlin and retire the side. And indeed, we'll have a look to see what the realignment, if any, will be on the defensive side. We'll do that right after this short break. Watching the Holland Series, and HCAW leading 1-0. So Marty was just a pinch hitter.
Yeah.
So a bunt and an immediate retirement to open up the 6th inning, as Alex Madeira tried to sneak his way on base, but Tom DeBloch was having none of it.
Yeah, he's making wheelchair movements to the dugout as a joke, but he was quick off the mound there. Gets a quick first out.
Got a defensive change for Neptunus as Irving Kemp takes the place of Selbach following the pinch hit from Mati.
The middle Kemp brother making an entrance into the game. Irving's played for Tridents, the second team of Neptunus mostly this season, but has a lot of experience in the Hoofdklasse as well. Once again, we see Dwayne Kemp playing short right field with Marlin up the bat.
And Sherman Marlin, first baseman. Retired by Tom DeBloch, courtesy of strikeout, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Just enough time to mention that it's an early Holland Series this year, as we're hosting the European Championships right here in this stadium.
Yeah, we'll have the best European players in Rotterdam from September 20th through 27th. With Team Kingdom of the Netherlands, of course, looking to take back the title after getting bronze in the 2023 edition. As Ausums fouls off back-to-back fastballs. And falls behind 0-2. Might we be hearing you on the mic again, John, in the Euros?
Certainly hope so. And God willing, we'll be down here calling the games, but as Ausums is the 3rd out of the inning, good time for all of you to get online. And what's the website for the European Championship?
It's Eurobaseball 2025, Eurobaseball25.nl.
Get online and check that out right now and get yourself some tickets for the European Championships baseball here in Rotterdam. And we'll be right back for the bottom of the 6th.
Deel 2 van inning 6 beginnen. Eerste man aan slag, Stijn van der Meer.
Interesting choice for the walk-up song here, John.
It's one of the more romantic walk-ups I've heard in a while. Stijn van der Meer, top of the order.
Tiger steps in to his...
Are you a big fan of country music?
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll get that tomorrow in the Valley. You know, his choice would probably be something more along the lines of Morgan Wallen. Spent a number of years in the United States playing in the minor league systems of the Seattle Mariners and the Chicago Cubs.
He has been a mainstay on the national team as well.
And been voted best pitcher of the league, I think, 3 times now, if I'm not mistaken.
At least multiple times, yeah. And had he had a full season this year, he'd have another shot, but I think he doesn't qualify innings-wise. And just for reference as well, I just checked with our Dutch baseball guru, stats guru, Marco Stovelaar, and the record for lowest ERA in a Hoofdklasse season, Stijn van der Meer strikes out.
He was halfway down the base path.
Yeah, not happy with that call.
Exchanging greetings with Dahan, and sorry to finish up with the lowest ERA.
Yeah, he couldn't give me an exact number, but it's in the .3s, and just to show you, after that strikeout, higher is now at .24.
Well, if anybody would know, it's going to be Marco Stovelaar, the walking encyclopedia of Dutch baseball.
So even though he doesn't qualify for the ERA title, he's having an historic season. Just not get that call. Drew Janssen is 1-1.
Janssen lifts one into right field.
Marnix Ruben there for Kent under it for a catch.
Van 9 aanslag. Christian Diaz.
Diaz once again taking his time, trying to get higher out of his rhythm.
Which up until now has not produced the desired results for the home side.
No, very efficient higher.
Already 2 outs, Diaz swatting one back into the dugout.
Now 81 pitches, 5 2/3 innings. Taken all the way, it was Diaz.
Now 2-1 the count. Diaz smacks one to the second baseman, Madeira. Flips to Marlin and retires the side. So once again, 3 up, 3 down for the Neptunianen. And they come up empty-handed. And we move to the 7th with HCAW Bussum still in the lead, 1-0. Bellowing throughout the stadium. Julian Goings, the catcher, lead off the 7th stanza for the visitors.
Neptunus barking from the dugout. They get a warning from Peter de Haan.
I think Miller just wanted to make him sure that he knew he was there.
Someone in the crowd yelling, "Come on, Greg, get your money's worth."
Yeah, not a good time to get run, though.
No.
It's close game, and I got a feeling that you don't want to drop a game unnecessarily in this series. It's going to be tight down the line, and Rotterdam still very much in this affair.
Good pitching all around, so you don't. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, and the ace versus ace, you want to take that one, and
It's a bit of a cliche, but you want to take game one, yeah.
and especially at home. So all the reason to stay in, but I think that Greg had seen a lot of stuff that he wasn't terribly pleased with. Just want to come out and make it known as the ball makes its way out of the field from an adjacent field here. A brief timeout. Everybody on hand being treated to a good ball game in good weather, and hopefully that'll hold up for tomorrow. Once again, first pitch 1:30 at the Rob Hofman Vallei in Bussum. Also to be seen on NPO1 and NOS.NL, live and in color. A couple hundred on hand to watch today's game. We're missing Koos van Oosterhout, longtime fixture at the Familie Stadium here in Neptunus. Passed away at the age of 87 years old. Being missed by all the Neptunianen. Ball slapped hard but foul down the third baseline. Still a full count.
Van Oosterhout, I think, barely ever missed a game here. So he'll be missed.
Saw plenty of other fixtures from the Neptunus faithful. Frans van Aalen.
Of course.
Pretty sure that's the same seat for about the past 20 years. All fouled back up and over.
So full count for Julian Goins here.
For a while now, he's getting his money's worth.
Yeah, and Tom de Blok now over 100 pitches, which does not necessarily mean anything.
Number 101 sprayed out into center field. Center fielder Collins waving it down and taking it for his account.
Julian Goins is genoemd van 8.
And Julian Goins
Marnix Ruben.
is the first out of the bottom of the 7th.
I think we saw de Blok pitch 125 pitches here in game one last year, so I don't think he'll come out
Still
anytime
within
soon.
his comfort zone. Top of the order for the Valley hitters. Marnix Ruben steps into the box.
I do have to say there's some action in the Neptunus bullpen right now, as Ryan Huntington, the lefty from Aruba, is warming up.
Count even at 1-1 now to the right fielder. Marnix has walked and struck out twice.
De Blok's slider catches the outside corner.
Tags one through the gap into left field, and Marnix Ruben is aboard with a 1-out single.
Yeah, I think de Blok missed the spot there with the fastball and 2-strike count. And Ruben took advantage, and then out comes Markwell again.
So Diego Markwell making a visit to the mound.
With a lefty tromp coming up, we might see Huntington coming. the block says, this is my game, I want to stay in.
And Markwell will defer to the veteran pitcher for Neptunus. And coming up to the rhythm of the Snoop, Jandro Tromp. HCAW would certainly like to extend that lead a little bit.
2 for 3 already on the game.
Taken by the shortstop and relayed over to first for the put out.
There was no play on second base there.
Ruben easily into second base. But Neptunus gets the second out. And it will bring up Delano Salasa.
Let's see how they attack him here. First base open, of course. But 2 outs in the inning. Good block there by Sam Kuiper. More like a pick, I guess.
And sending a message down to Marnix Ruben, don't even think about it. Salasa digs back in. The block runs one past him. And the count moves to 1-1.
Just off the plate inside. You can tell the block's being a little careful here with Salasa. Who might be his last hitter regardless of the outcome.
Fouls one back into his own dugout. Salasa waiting on the 2-2 pitch. Calls timeout.
Big pitch coming up here. This one's in the dirt.
Full count now for Salaso. Ruben Marnix leading off from second base, 2 away, and the block with the payoff pitch. Shot to the shortstop, over to first base in time to retire the side. And HCAW strand one as we go to the 7th inning stretch with the visitors from Bussum still up 1-0.
Aanslag Dwayne.
So bottom of the 7th, everyone all stretched out and ready to go, and Dwayne Kemp looks at a first ball missing, 1-0 count.
Kemp has not been able to put his stamp on this game so far. Struck out twice.
Fights one off. Now in the direction of the bullpen where Huntington is resting.
And the block moves his way, so I think he might be done for the day, but we'll see in the top of the 8th. No swing, says first base umpire Edwin Luisa. Much to the dislike of Gino Henson on the HCAW side.
Yeah, either DeBlock's done for today or he ran out of bubble gum.
Get a refill there.
As Kemp waits on the 2-2 offering. Howyer delivers.
Takes a slider outside.
Full count now for the Neptunus veteran. Looking to get something going here in the bottom of the 7th. Well, that's the way to do it, as he splashes one just past the outstretched arm of first baseman Marlin. And Dwayne Kemp is on board with a single to get things started here in the bottom of the 7th.
Perfect job of shooting that pitch to right field there for a base hit. Just the 4th hit Howyer has given up today.
Darryl Collins on board, or in the batter's box rather. Dwayne Kemp on board. Down at first as Curaçao Neptunus looking to erase the deficit.
Howyer now too is nearing the 100 pitches. He's at 94.
And if ever was a time to get a couple of hits off a pitcher and maybe some of his waning moments, this would be it. For the moment, Howyer's busy with Kemp over at first base. Flips over to Marlin to keep him honest.
Kemp definitely a threat to run. He was leading a bit, just made it back in time. Good pickoff move for Howyer.
Connolly, foul ball.
Yeah, Marlin was on the line and had to backhand that ball, so clearly a foul ball. Strike 2.
Pure calculation, a foul ball. And the former Kansas City Royal property, Darryl Collins. Behind in the count, 0-2. Howyer delivers. Gives him a ball to think about as a helicopter flies directly over the stadium.
Catch a ball game, I guess.
Kemp takes off to second. The throw down will be low and outside, and Kemp pilfers second base.
Tying run in scoring position here, nobody out in the 7th. Looked like Goins didn't have a good grip on that ball.
No, not the best effort from Julian Goins. Kemp now getting plenty of attention from Lars Howyer. Collins slaps one down the first baseline, foul. And I believe he's going to need a new piece of lumber.
Yeah, that's going in the trash. Or to a lucky fan, I hope.
Did you happen to see the social media viral that was going around about the fellow at the Mets game who backhanded one and it was about to hit his kids in the head?
Yeah.
Seen that a couple times before.
Hell of a catch.
It was a heck of a.
A
He
lifesaver.
didn't field it cleanly, but he did save a big dental bill. And I believe his beer, which at these days, you're talking about at least $15 worth of beer.
Let alone if it was a souvenir cup.
Now he still had it in the, actually that's a strange, now that you mention it, he had it, it was in the can.
Oh, wow.
It's not supposed to be policy. Might be a stadium vendor who's out of a job.
Ooh, good pitch
Collins
there.
watches
Ball 3.
good pitch, which was called ball 3 by Dahan. Well, he's kept us guessing all game, that's for sure.
You got to stay on our toes, John.
Full count. And another ball. Smacked foul just in front of the Neptunus dugout. Miller trying to rally the troops.
Trying to get a glimpse of the HCAW bullpen where I see Dennis Burgersdijk not yet fully warmed up, but
Well, patience is a virtue, and for Darryl Collins, it pays off handsomely as he gets a free trip down to first base courtesy 4 balls.
yeah. We'll have a quick conference on the mound here with pitching coach Shane Kanata. Yeah, I really figured Burgersdijk would be the starter for tomorrow's game.
Now, mound trip from Shane Ganata is over, and Kevin Dirksen climbs into the batter's box to see if he can't get something going. One of the best opportunities of the game so far. Dirksen already showing he's thinking about laying down a bunt, and he puts one down which just draws over the chalk.
I tried to steer it to the third base side, but oversteer it a bit. Let's see if they do it again.
Yep, seems resolute.
Yeah, they're going for it again.
Showing bunt, infielders draw in, and Kemp is kept honest as Hyer turns around to give him a look.
Always interesting to see what the defense has on.
Now the defense signaling to each other.
Yes, Alson's giving the signs at third base.
It looks like they had the pickoff set up, but as it turns out, in a sacrifice bunt, he is put out at first, but moves the runners ahead. So Kemp is down to third base.
In an effort to get Kemp back to second base, I think the Salasa had short faked the pickoff. So the bunt here worked out.
Darryl Collins at second, Kemp at third, and the batter will be the catcher, Sem Cowper. Pop-up should be handled there down just outside the coach's box by Marlin. And Sem Cowper is the unfortunate second out of the inning for Neptunus.
Big out there for Hyer, who gave up a single to Cowper in the last at bat. So with 2 outs, now faces Jamanica, who's 0 for 2.
First baseman, Shadian Yamanika.
Did not have good at bat so far, but can turn it around with a hit here.
Yamanika looking to salvage something out of this inning, but 2 outs now up on the scoreboard. Hyer runs a strike by Yamanika to open things up for this at bat.
Oh,
Pass ball. Kemp will score easily, as Goins has to go all the way back to the concession stand to retrieve it.
it's always rough to give up a run on those. The score is now tied at 1, and we have a runner in scoring position still. I wonder what happened there. Maybe a cross-up between pitcher and catcher.
Be interested to know how they score that.
Scored on a wild pitch.
Yeah. So Collins, representing the go-ahead run, is over at third now.
Monica behind in the count, 1-2.
And Yamanika goes down looking as Hyer limits the damage to 1 run. But 1 run it is, and we are tied up as we go to the top of the 8th. 1-1 here in the Game 1 of the Holland Series from Rotterdam. Top of the 8th inning, and a new pitcher for Curaçao Neptunus. Ryan Huntington takes the mound. Left-hander coming on for Tom de Blok. And Arthur Bonifacia, the designated hitter, is first up on the top of the 8th for HCAW.
Did not agree with that call on the swing there.
Not at all in agreement with the call.
Hard to tell for us. Huntington, the lefty from Aruba.
Throws one past Bonifacia. Pitching numbers for de Blok, 7 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, 1 earned run, 3 bases on balls, and had 7 strikeouts. All resulting in 1 run for HCAW Bussum.
It'll be interesting to see if Harry's still in the game in the next inning.
Bonifacia rips one into left field. And we'll open up the 8th inning, and almost looked like he was going to take 2 and thinks twice about it and gets back into first.
Well, it's some aggressive base running. Made it back in time. That's how you got to do it.
One more step, and that might have been an interesting play at first.
But you got to test the arms every once in a while. He gets a pinch runner. Zico Atmopoviro comes in the pinch run.
We zien een pinchrunner, is zo'n pak nummer 3, Zico Atmopoviro.
Jair van Borkelo steps in. Takes ball 1 as he's squared around the bunt. Get pulled back in time.
It's back down to his third base coach for the sign.
Interesting choice here. One of your better hitters. Try for a bunt, but another ball here.
Pulls back for the second time. Huntington not giving him anything to square off on. But in the meantime has gotten himself behind in the count. It's 2-0 now from Borkelo.
We were discussing the ERA of Lars Heijer before, but as Van Borkelo takes strike 1, Huntington as well has an ERA of .26. I guess we shouldn't expect too many runs to be scored in this Holland Series.
Right now, Huntington mostly concerned with Atmopoviro. He's going to throw over to first and force the diminutive pinch runner out of the dirt. And from Borkelo, squares around yet once again, tries to lay down a bunt and unable to keep it inside the lines.
So a 2-2 count. I don't think we'll see him square around again with 2 strikes.
We'll use the word generous yet once again to refer to the balls and strikes being called by umpire DeHaan today. And the latest victim of such generosity is Jair from Borkelo.
Yeah, once again, it's tough to see from this angle we have, but judging the reaction there, it looked like it might have been a little in off the plate there. And we've seen him call the pitch on the outside.
Alex Madeira will try his luck up at the plate. First pitch. Far enough outside to definitely be considered a ball even up at our vantage point. We'll bring no one into question on that one. Poviro still taking a couple of steps off first each and every time.
And Madeira swings through ball 2 there. Yep. Count evens up at 1.
Become decidedly more cloudy here in Rotterdam.
Another pickoff. Makes it back safe.
But still no droplets or anything of that nature.
So we keep it that way.
I'm as big a fan of rain delay dance moves as anyone, but I'd prefer not today.
You have a reason to go home quickly after this one, right?
Got another game to watch. Huntington sees his offering grooved back into the infield. 2 for the price of 1. Well, they don't call it the pitcher's best friend for nothing, and Huntington sees his infield turn a spectacular double play to retire the side.
Scored at Kemp to Jamanica.
Beautiful rhythm to the ears of Huntington, and to the crowd it's Sweet Caroline, and we'll be back for the bottom of the 8th. Start off the 8th inning of play. Irving Kemp slots one into center field, which will drop in for a base hit.
So Hyer still in the game. Gives up a broken bat single to Irving Kemp to start the 8th. One of those.
Good start for Neptunus as they go to the top of the order. Stijn van der Meer pulling back after squaring around to bunt.
We do see Dennis Burgersdijk warming up in the bullpen.
Also been a strong thrower for HCAW this season. Van der Meer drops one down the first baseline. That will advance Kemp
Textbook bunt
to second.
Kerk op de tweede rond. Roep Jansen.
With one away, that'll bring up the designated hitter, wearing number 47, Drew Jansen. Jansen, third baseman, picking it up, flip it over to first, and the second out.
Drew Jansen. Aanslag Christian Diaz.
Fun fact about Jansen, he's the nephew of former Neptunus and Team King of the Netherlands head coach Steve Jansen.
Lots of baseball families in the Netherlands.
Well, this one from Belgium.
And yeah, I should say the Benelux, rather. Well, of course, Father Jansen was played a part in Dutch baseball.
So a mound visit here for Gino Hansen. And if he takes the ball now from higher, might be discussing what to do with Christian Diaz. Camp coming up late. Two outs in the eighth, and he leaves them in. Plays the eighth.
So Lars Hires feels a bit more left.
Yeah, even with 12 pitches on the.
And indeed, Christian Diaz.
Oh, he
And
got him.
pick off, and he got him. Just look down to look at the score sheet, and just like that, HCAW Bussum throw Kemp out at second and retire the side.
Great pickoff move. The line side just manages to put his glove on the bag, right in between the bag and the hand of Kemp.
I think we now know what that conference was all about.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be right back and discuss it further. Defense that discussed it on the mound in the last inning, as I believe the plot was being made to pick off Kemp at second in the conclave held at the mound. They didn't come up with a new pope, but they did come up with an unexpected out.
To get some white smoke.
Did get some white smoke for sure. Well, coming in to throw a little smoke of his own now is Huntington, looking to dispense with HCAW and give his batters another shot at it before it's all said and done.
Gets two lefties to lead off the inning. Top of the ninth.
First one, of course, is Sherman Martin.
Marlin 1 for 3 on the day. Single that just went under Dwayne Kemp's glove in short right field. There's another.
Gaps one perfectly between second base and the shortstop. Pardon.
And we'll get another pinch runner.
Pinch runner.
Brentley Martina, the speedy infielder for HCAW, comes in for Sherman Marley. And I think we'll see Yes Awesom's square around the bunt. But first, another mouth visit.
Now with the score tied in the ninth inning, that advancing cloud cover does become a point of concern.
Yeah.
As I said, we haven't seen anything looking like precipitation yet, but check the old radar and see what's wafting in from the North Atlantic Ocean.
We'll see if that gets into play or if HCAW can force in a run here in the top of the ninth.
Third baseman Jesse Ausums at bat and getting hit, I believe. Ball is missing. Runner
Neptunus claiming it was a foul ball, but home plate umpire Peter de Haan claims that he did not hit the ball with the bat, just pulled back and it went off the catcher's glove into the backstop. So we'll have an umpire conference here.
So we've had several conclaves at or around the mound. This one's going to be very important.
It'll be interesting to see what they come up with.
At stake, of course, is Martina standing at second base. Well, Greg Miller was waiting for his invitation to come out and have a discussion, and that was what he was waiting for.
So they rule no foul balls. Martina goes to second base. And a 1-0 count, I would say. Yes, Ausums. Still a bunt situation here for Ausums.
So indeed, the count is 1-0. Martina occupying second base now. Ausums look to square it around. Martina finds himself off the base and in big trouble. He's thrown out.
And now the other coach comes into the field and might have a gripe with that call. As the rain starts falling down here in Rotterdam. I mean, regardless of if the call was right or wrong, you can't get picked off there by the catcher. Kuiper, of course, has a strong arm. And
definitely put it on display there.
Ausums whiffed. He just missed it with the bunt. That makes it a little harder because you figure a fastball will be put in play, but
somehow, some way, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in big trouble and just didn't get back in time, according to the second base umpire.
So now 1 out.
1 away. Ausums still at bat. Now dealing with a 1-2 count.
All of a sudden with 1 out, you're facing the bottom of the order here. The base is empty.
Sims slaps one down, the first baseline foul. And the spectators who thought to brave out a couple of droplets are starting to have second thoughts. Looks like we may get a little bit of a sprinkle.
Yeah, that's bad timing.
Yeah. Mother Nature is not a baseball fan sometimes, and Awesomes gets one to escape the infield and
that would
get
have been
on
a run-scoring
base.
single, John. A go-ahead single.
Yeah, that
But I guess
throw
you'll
out
take
at
it.
second base is going to prove to be very costly. Yeah, it's difficult to extrapolate that into
Yeah.
something that happens later in the at-bat.
So that brings up Julian Goins.
So the bottom of the order for HCAW. One aboard, one out in the top of the ninth inning. Owings, third to second to first, in time, two for the price of one. So Huntington, for the second frame in a row, is helped out by excellent infield play. And we go to the bottom of the ninth, all knotted up at one.
Yeah, let's see if Neptunus can walk it off here.
Bottom of the ninth, and the weather has started to turn against all those on hand. Although it has subsided just a little bit. We got a bit of a sprinkle during the mid-inning warm-up, and it seems to have subsided somewhat. And Neptunus looking to get things started in the bottom of the ninth with their first man aboard.
Yet another broken bat single here.
A lot of lumber going into the fire pile tonight.
As fans finding shelter.
So Christian Diaz gets on board with something of a bloop single. All the fans have escaped to the upper reaches of Familie Stadion here in Rotterdam to get under the cover of the roof. but it has let up a little bit, and the lights have come on. Kemp trying to lay down a bunt. Will advance Diaz and sacrifice himself in doing so.
You really want to make sure you put it down here, especially in the rain. Who knows what a wet ball might do on this field now.
So now Neptunus with a runner in scoring position, and of course everyone present except for HCAW and their supporters, hoping the home side could walk it off here in the ninth.
So, winning run in scoring position. Hyer still on the mound facing Daryl Collins.
You're still enjoying the full faith of his coach, Gene Hansen.
Collins is over 2. Did walk. Shoots another one foul, and it's quickly 0-2. Second baseman Madeira shared it over into the 4-hole, which means there's a big hole up the middle for Collins if he can find it. That'll surely get the running.
Collins waiting on an 0-2 delivery. Just missing outside is Hyer.
Pinch runner Martinez playing first base. Usually a middle infielder.
Collins lifts one into left field, will not be deep enough to do anything with Diaz, and represents the second out of the inning.
That'll bring up Kevin Dirksen.
So down to the left fielder, the last out of regular innings.
Dirksen is 1 for 2 with the strikeout today. This ball went outside off the plate. If there's ever time you're hoping for a bloop single as a Neptunus fan, this would be it.
Or as a HCAW fan, for Lars Hyer to run one right down the pipe, and the count evens at 1-1. Throw over to first in time, and we'll go to extra innings. Well, the good news is the lights are on, but so is the sun. And some of the spectators now moving back down from under the roof back into the regular seating areas as it's dried up a little bit, and we're going to extra innings.
Free baseball.
the 10th inning. And top of the order for HCAW Bussum as Marnix Ruben steps up to the plate.
Inning nummer 1. Aanslag is daar bovenaan Marnix Ruben.
Yeah, as you can tell, no tiebreak rules here. Just extra inning baseball. Speedy Ruben square around to see if he could drop down a bunt.
Looking to get himself on as the tiebreaker base runner. He'll have to earn his way onto the base paths. Huntington showing no signs of wanting to give up any gifts as the rain begins once again in earnest. Going to be one of those times. North Sea climate. Give it 5 minutes and you're going to get something different. Ruben backing off the plate. Now looking at a 2-1 count. Combination of pouring rain and sunshine.
Chopper to third.
Misplayed by Kemp. And also finding out that turf has become very slippery in the infield.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he would have had a play at first base with the speedy Ruben running down the line, but HCAW gets a leadoff guy on base nonetheless.
So Marnix Ruben on board with an infield hit to start things off here in the 10th. And Jandro Tromp will be the next in the lineup for the visitors.
Ruben has 19 stolen bases on the year. Not going here, but another bunt.
Lays down a bunt. 3-4 for the retirement. And Ruben Marnix moves over to second base. So there's your tiebreaker run, but with one out up on the board.
Well, this is who you want up the bat if you're rooting for HCAW. Delano Salasa with another chance to drive home the go-ahead run, but they're walking. Intentional walk. And that'll bring up pinch hitter
Yep.
Victor Dreyer.
As we had a pinch runner for Bonavacia.
Yeah, no,
Dreyer will get the honors.
Not a good hitter for HCAW. The odd man out here in the starting lineup with Julian Goins doing the catching. They have one too many player for the spots available in the lineup. But he gets a chance to put his mark on this one.
Count evens at 1-1. Swing and a miss.
Good pitch by Huntington on the inside part of the plate. That two-seamer that moves back out over the plate.
Has been hampered by injury in this 2025 season. And goes down swinging. Out number 2 for Ryan Huntington, and Neptunus looking to do their level best to strand the base runners and get themselves up to bat. And standing in their way is Jair from Borcolo.
Yeah, it looked like Huntington just overpowered him with the fastball there. middle fastball that the guy swung through. 2 outs. Good block by Sam Kuiper. The runners cannot advance on that one.
Kuiper, where his responsibilities have become paramount at the moment, keeping the runners in place. Huntington now looking in for a sign. Ball is lifted down the right-hand side and falls fair. This is going to score 2. And from Borklow will stand up into third base with a 3-bagger. And HCAW put 2 on the board in the top of the 10th.
I was just about to say, John, Diaz was shaded over towards the line and he hadn't played perfectly, but I think he looked up into the sun or something. He just completely.
And I think that is a wicked sun at this moment, because it's been cloud cover and all of a sudden the sun has decided to peek out and came right into the face of Diaz.
It's one of the worst possible feelings you can have in a game like this.
He knows it, and he's expressing his frustration out there. But it was a really tough situation. HCAW capitalizing on it immensely.
And they have a chance to get an insurance run here.
So with 2 out, and Jair Borklow occupying third base courtesy his triple. Alex Madeira, the second baseman, indeed looking to call Appledorn for a little bit of an insurance policy.
Yeah, they did score at a triple, I see. Huntington looked to be out of the inning. Looked like he was out of the inning, but has to get back on that hill, and he does get 2 quick strikes. Another one. Right at.
Diaz also having a bit of trouble with that one out in right field. This time he manages to put it away.
Just barely.
Whew. Now I'm sure nobody's more relieved to be out of the inning than Diaz, but the damage has been done, and now Rotterdam will look to make up 2 runs in the bottom of the 10th, or we'll be all finished with Game 1 of the Holland Series.
Which is out for the 10th. Just like last year, Lars higher.
In the Holland Series for Liars Hires, he's looked down to Coach Gino Henson, said, I got enough left in the arm for another frame, Skip. And first up to try to get Rotterdam back into things is the catcher, Sam Kuiper.
Yeah, I mentioned before, there's No lack of pitching depth here for HCAW, but they stay with their guy.
Cowper gets a hold of one, drives it into center field. It falls for a leadoff single.
Keeps their hopes alive.
And of course, it's one of those situations, if Heyer can throw out the side for you, you look like a genius, and if things go potty, you're going to really regret it. But
He's
if
at
you can
125 pitches now.
keep your bullpen fresh into tomorrow, that's always a leg up on game 2. But what's the old Dutch saying about the bear and the hide? Can't sell the bear until you've
Something like that, John.
captured the hide. Nice saying out of the 16th century.
We get strike one. Jamanica is a double play candidate. Not the fastest runner. But it doesn't make much sense to bunt here. You got to play for 2 runs. Good pitch. Did not get the call there.
1-1 the count to Jamanica. Shadion fighting one off. The count moves to 1-2.
Irving Kemp on deck, 1 for 1.
Outside, the count evens at 2-2.
I'm sure he would have liked to gotten that one. Dominica once again trying to break the rhythm here for Heyer.
Got him to chase a rough one outside.
Good slider.
And all the delay tactics in the world didn't seem to throw him off that time.
He seems locked in.
That will indeed bring up Irving Kemp. One away with a runner at first.
Kemp singled in his one at bat, but then got picked off for second early in the game.
Kemp gets under one. Shortstop calling for it, and Salasso makes that the second out of the inning.
Covering a lot of ground there.
Well, no love lost on the love song walk-up music between these two teams, and at this moment, Stein van der Meer representing the final out for Curaçao Neptunus. Showing no love at all is Lars Heyer.
No, he knows Stein van der Meer likes to go deep in the count, and that works in his advantage because he always attacks the zone. So quickly ahead to 0-2.
Down to the final strike. Slide into center field and put away. And Lars Heyer gets the win in a 10-out, 10-inning performance that brings to a close a very interesting game from Rotterdam's Familie Stadium. Well, what a way to open up the Holland Series.
Yeah, it's a great game. Heyer definitely player of the game for me. 10 innings, 1 run. the lone run coming on a wild
Wens je allemaal
pitch.
een goede reis naar huis.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with, well, the game will be on NOS.nl.
Promises a good series, and just as we thought, it's going to be, I believe, evenly matched, and we may fight this one down to the last game, unlike last year. Let's hope so anyway, and in any case, we'll do it all again tomorrow from the Rob Hofman Vallei in Bussum. First pitch at 1:30, whether you turn up in person, you're more than welcome to visit HCAW's home grounds for the matchup, and otherwise watch it on NPO1 or NOS.nl. Until then, I'm John Mott along with Seth Visser, and thanks so much for watching. And until the next time, goodbye and tot ziens. The final score from Rotterdam, HCAW Bussum 3, Curaçao Neptunus 1. Bye-bye.